Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your March 2020 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Virgo. And before we get started, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already, you will get more amazing readings from me, and you can stay up to date on everything. So I have a lot of good stuff coming in the next few weeks. So if you want to stay up to date, I have a manifestation class that's coming out. I have a la carte clearings that are coming out. There's just a lot in the works. So go to onyxhealing.com. You can sign up for my newsletter over there. Or if you need to put yourself on the books for a reading with me, you are more than welcome to do so. So that's all that I've got there. And let me lay this spread out so we can get started. All right, let's get into the oracle cards first. You have Turkey. Okay, this is an interesting card. I don't usually get Turkey in animal decks. There's a couple things that are coming up with this. So the word tradition is coming up, and that could mean traditional, as in going back to basics, going back to classics, going back to traditional methods, and really seeing what wisdom lives in there for you. I think that we're constantly trying to stay on top of everything or stay with the most innovative approach at all times, and so there's something about the wisdom being in the traditional approach, or the wisdom being in the traditions, that you might actually find it really has a lot to offer you this month. So it's like, go back to basics. And then the other thing that's coming up is make sure you're exercising a lot of gratitude and confidence in what you have to offer the world. So that's the other message that's coming through there. And then we have Death of the Deceitful. Okay, this really looks like the internal dialogue that has not been working, or the self-talk that has not been serving you. It seems like that is what's shedding. So the deceitful is the lie of what you're not able to do, or what you can't make happen, or whatever has really been holding you back. It's like that is being dismantled, and you're actually replacing it with things that are your divine truth. And then we also have Vitality. Protect your energy, invite life-affirming relationships, release energy vampires, honor your body's requests. So there's a lot of recharge energy in March that is coming up here. Give to yourself, nurture yourself, and really don't spend energy on things that are energetically expensive. The central energy for you is the Knight of Pentacles, showing up for the work, showing up for the endeavors. You have no issue doing that, but let's see what the crossing energy is. Four of Wands. Okay, so does this have something to do with your home or your nest, or the way in which you're able to enjoy yourself and be comfortable? Because you're blending doing the work, putting in your effort, with make sure that you enjoy the process and are feeling as comfortable as possible so that it can be sustained, right? Because yes, we all need to do things that are uncomfortable. Yes, we all have to challenge ourselves. But the thing is, when it comes to longevity in being able to do that, you can't do something that makes you miserable for an extended period and expect that to go well. So you want to kind of marry the two together. How can you make this as enjoyable as possible while continuing to show up for the efforts that you need to give? What you have shifting out is the Three of Wands. Okay, so I think you've already placed your order, essentially. You've already asked for what you want. You have a roadmap. You have your landscape and blueprint for what it is that you're making happen. And this is where you're in building mode in part, because the Knight of Pentacles is about pursuing that. And so there's a movement, there's more action happening in March. There's more of a push that's happening. Let's see what else. In the oncoming energy, we have the Eight of Swords. Oh, come on, don't play me like that. Let's clarify this. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so that's why the Eight of Swords came up. Obviously, this is like feeling blind and trapped and not knowing. And it's like, well, obviously, but we want to see what else is going on. So the Six of Pentacles is really about reciprocity. So you have to focus on, okay, I've asked for this thing. I've gotten clear on what I want. I've set my intention. Now, what are my actions saying? What is that communicating? If you were to think about the collective thoughts, words, and actions, how is that adding up for you? What is that actually bringing to life? And if you audit that this month and you get really clear on it, then you're going to get what you give. That's the principle of the Six of Pentacles. You get what you give. If you're pouring energy into the baskets that you want, then those are going to thrive. If you are pouring energy into energetic vampires, then your energy is going to squander. So you have to take back your power this month and focus it in the areas that make sense for you. In the outward manifestation, we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so things are coming together, right? You have your goals, you might have your map, you might have all of the things that you've intended, but I'm just getting that it's like there's momentum that's happening. There's things that are really falling into place. To clarify this, we have the Nine of Rods or the Nine of Wands. And so this is where it's like, keep going. You have everything set up. It's like the deck is stacked in your favor this month. So you just want to put yourself in a prime position to succeed by any means necessary. And how you do that is by saying, okay, this is what I focused on. This is what I've intended. And even if I fall off for a day or two, or even if I end up sliding backwards a bit, I'm going to continue moving forward regardless of the obstacles that might present themselves, right? So it's about challenging any of the minor hiccups, like make those no big deal. It's not an issue. And the more you can lean into the things that I'm afraid of are non-issues, then that's going to help you expand faster. Because the Nine of Rods is really about you're moving fast, you're almost there, you've almost achieved your goal, but don't get distracted or think that things aren't working just because it's not moving as fast as you want, or it's not looking how you want it to be. And you just want to keep going, keep moving regardless. And you're almost there. In the subconscious, we have the Six of Swords. You're moving towards dry land. So the main thing is like, if you feel like your emotional world or your subconscious has felt really turbulent, that's why this is coming up. Death of the deceitful, that internal voice or whatever is going on in your subconscious that might be a naysayer. That's what's evolving. That's what's moving out this month. So you're moving in a direction that really makes sense for you. And your internal world is really, really getting a big leg up this month. It's just evolving. Whatever you've been needing to work on is already in the works. The advice for you is the Eight of Wands. See, this is the motivation and the energy to continue pursuing what you're pursuing. There's absolutely no reason why you need to stop or do a 180. There's no reason for that. If you've asked and you're clear, then you're good to go. It's just a matter of continuing to give it energy. So pour energy into the thing, and it's going to come to life. And trust that. Trust yourself to actually make that happen, and count past successes as evidence of other times that you've done this, because you've already created a lot. And so if you're just being the slightest bit intentional, that's going to make a big difference. The external influences, we have the Sun. So there is some pleasure and play that's happening this month. It doesn't have to be all work, right? That's not sustainable for anybody. But it's like, don't forget to enjoy yourself, because there's going to be opportunities to do that. So the environment is saying, hey, come hang out, come over this way so that we can do something enjoyable. And so I would just capitalize on that, because the Virgo way is the way of work, and you can kind of open the floodgates for it to bleed you dry. So I would say if there's an opportunity for you to enjoy yourself in March, you should absolutely take it. If there is a way for you to lean into pleasure in some capacity, you should absolutely do it. and just allow yourself to feel good. In the hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is like wanting to pursue new ideas, wanting to lean into those fully, but also there seems to be like some risk coming off of here that might feel really scary. So it's like preparing for flight. You know, that's what this bird is doing, is it's like, okay, what am I going to do next? And that jump, that initial leap, is what seems to be coming up as far as the fear. Can we do it? Can we take flight? Can we make it happen? Can we? That's where the fear and the naysaying could bubble up. But then at the same time, the hope is the achievement, right? So you might even be feeling as though you're a little bit nervous of success or what the next level may bring. So make sure you are letting that die with all of the things that are not working for you, mentally speaking. In the outcome position, the Magician, you've got it. You're creating it. Remind yourself of your own creative power. This is the time to do it. Don't sell yourself short. Don't doubt yourself. There's almost a need for you to have unwavering commitment and devotion and just absolute commitment to the things that you desire. Like, marry yourself to them. That's what this reading is telling you to do. It's like, you've got all of the cards that are saying yes, yes, yes. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 4 of Wands. It's like all of the movement, all of the achievement is happening. And the Magician as the outcome is kind of like, get your energy behind it. Just do that hardcore in March. I'm getting that it's like, the more you can like triple down on believing you're going to get what you want and get what you've intended and get what you're putting your energy behind, it's going to happen a lot faster than you might realize. Let's get into the timeline. This is the first quarter of March. We have the 7 of Acorns, determination, stamina, and this is equivalent to the 7 of Wands. So you might be feeling a bit tired, fatigued, and bogged down. Don't forget to rest if you need to. This is about rising above challenges and rising above anything that might have felt really exhausting. And this is also rising above doubt. So however that's showing up for you, I'm getting that this is you essentially getting out of the mindset of, it's not going to work, I'm doubting myself, I'm not absolutely certain. Things are really taking shape. So you have this to look forward to. Don't lose the determination. Capitalize on the determination. Have that conviction that you're moving in the right direction. And then quarter 2, we have transformation, transition, liberation. I'm getting that this is liberation from thought, liberation from the mind and the mental body that is telling you, no, you can't do it. This is also the death cards. You have death here. And because of this, it's like you're evolving and transforming out of challenges is the way that I'm seeing this. So there's a huge relief. And I think you're beginning to see what you're actually capable of and what you are doing and what you're making happen. Do not sell yourself short this month. Like that, it's interesting. That's been one theme that's really consistent with the earth signs in particular. But this just looks like a really transformative month where you're going to be seeing a lot of growth, a lot of expansion, a lot of, oh wow, it's like you're shocking yourself as far as what you're able to achieve and what you're able to accomplish. This is very exciting stuff. And then the third quarter, we have the 7 of Feathers, preparation, resourcefulness, and this is the 7 of Swords, okay? So moving things away from what isn't working, it's almost like a saving energy, kind of like gathering things, putting things in the rightful position, and then cleaning out the clutter. There's a separation that's happening, and I think this has more to do with you getting the mental clarity of what you need to move away from, and also you might find that it's important for you to keep some of your I don't mean this in a bad way, but you might find it important to keep some of your goals under wraps, not necessarily shouting those from the rooftops, because you need to insulate your dreams. That's really important. If you are really sensitive to criticism right now, or if you're really susceptible to doubt, then you need to protect that at all costs, which means that the Seven of Feathers is reminding you, zip your mouth if you feel like other people are going to tell you that you can't do it or give you a nocebo effect where you're going to expect bad things. Don't do it. Just zip your mouth. Okay? Especially like if you have critical parents, stop telling them so much. I tell so many codependent people this. Stop telling people that you know don't respond well to you so much of your business. Stop doing it. So that's what the Seven of Feathers is reminding you to do. Insulate the dream so you can protect your mindset. The fourth quarter is the Queen of Feathers. Ooh, perception, truth. And see here, there's another reference to taking flight. That I can't remember. There was another sign that had that reference as well. But the Ace of Swords and this is like true freedom, true liberation, true evolution into the next stage in the next chapter. So I'm just getting that this is a profound month for Virgo. This is huge, huge, huge in so many ways. It will take effort, it will take energy, but if you do the work, man, there's going to be massive payoff for you. Let's do a 3-card pick now. So just go ahead and tune into a question. If you're needing guidance, clarity, something more specific, go ahead and ask that now. Ask for the right message to make an appearance. Okay, card number 1, 10 of Pentacles. So the effort that you're putting in is contributing to something that's permanent in nature. I'm getting that even though it's like, yeah, nothing's permanent, but that's the energy of this. It's like there's a permanence to what you're doing and the transformation that you're making. So this can even be an internal shift. If you're doing the work internally, that's a permanent shift that you're making within yourself that you will tweak over time. Otherwise, this is it's a foundational month or a foundational situation. Card number 2, we have the 3 of Swords. This is allowing the death of the mental piece is going to be the most important thing that you can consider in March. Because you have the liberation, transformation, the death card here, you have death here, and there's so much of the mental and conceptual, it's the way you think about it is what's truly evolving for you in March, and I think this is highlighting that. For some of you, there might be a specific situation where this is indicating like, you need to move away from that, you need to mourn that, you need to allow that thing to be in the past and to move forward even if it's painful, but you might be extending the grief by holding onto something tightly and preventing better things from coming into your space. If that's you, consider allowing yourself to receive something better. It might take some work though, so just consider that. And then card number 3, we have the Fool. So there is like a fresh start to something that's happening, or a new source of vitality, a new source of inspiration that's really coming through, or it's kind of like you're bringing something to life in March that may have been kind of dormant or not really moving. So the Fool is just allowing you to step into that next level, get the energy that you need, get the jump start that you need. And this is all in the service of progress. And this is also fear, like fear of the unknown, right? But it's always worth the jump. It's always worth the leap. So you've got to do it. You've got to like challenge yourself, even if it's scary. So allow all of the things that haven't worked, or that whatever pattern has happened, you're jumping out of that. You're moving into something new. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everybody. I really, really appreciate you more than you could possibly know. And I do, as I said in the beginning, have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. I have a manifestation class that's coming out. I have just so many things in the works. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at Onyx Healing and sign up for my newsletter to get the best prices, stay up to date, the best time slots for all of the stuff that I have coming. And until next time, have a beautiful, beautiful March, everybody. I am sending you so much love. If you need to submit a prayer request, you are more than welcome to do so at onyxhealing.com. All of the links for everything is in the description box below, as well as a list of all of the decks that I've used today. So you're welcome to check that out if you liked any of the decks that I've used. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.